We get up early in the morning and head for London's Heathrow Airport. There we take an Iberia flight south to Madrid. At Madrid Airport, we change aircraft and fly southwest across Portugal, the South Atlantic Ocean, until we hit the Venezuelan coast. From there across Colombia to arrive at Quito. We have a good look around Quito, including the Equatorial Monument, and after which we head south towards Riobamba along the Avenue of the Volcanoes. From Riobamba, we take the Chiva Express through some beautiful mountain scenery and finally finish up in the beautiful town of Cuenca. Cuenca is a World Heritage Site, just like Quito. When leaving Cuenca, we take a short flight of about 35 minutes to Guayaquil, where we have a brief overnight stay, and then we take the 1,000-kilometer plane ride across to the Galapagos Islands. We enjoy a 5-day cruise at Galapagos, visiting several of the islands. We then return to Quito and then go to the Cotopaxi Volcano National Park. After Cotopaxi, we go to the Mindo Cloud Forest Reserve and then to Otavalo, and finally we take a flight to Coca, where we stay at the Sasha Lodge.
And here we are, having arrived in Quito. This is the Hotel Patio Andaluz. The dining room. And a rather pleasant garden bar. And a sun terrace. This is Independence Square. This is the Grand Hotel, the best in town. Opened about 6 months ago. This is the Bishop's Palace. And then the Archbishop's Palace in the background. And here's Heidi and our guide.
The most important government buildings, the three palaces.
This is the Presidential Palace.
President's House, This is, we say, Ecuador is one of
This is the cathedral.
One of the countries with more diversity than any other place in the world. Quito goes from there.
This is Independence Square, taken from the Presidential Palace.
One of the highest parts of Quito, so then you really can see, you know, where is the old town, where is the old town and where is the new town.
Presidential Palace Guard. This is the Street of the Seven Crosses, with our hotel in the background and the National Basilica. It's the Church of Campanilla. This is the first Catholic university in this city, built by the Jesuits.
Esos chiquitos carameleros.
We've come up to a hilltop on the south side of the city of Quito called Panacella, and this is the view from this monument.
Sí. Espero que sí.
And Quito below.
Sí.
This is looking south, the Quito suburbs and the avenue of the volcanoes straight ahead. Equatorial centre of the world. Heidi, with one foot in the southern hemisphere and one foot in the northern hemisphere. A view from the equator. This is the true equator. The monument we saw earlier was built about 200 meters away, but the indigenous people got this right, and here we are on the exact point on the equator.
Strange things happen on the equator, where one's balance and strength are greatly diminished.
It's the only place in the world where the water is going to have no whirlpool, no vortex, and the leaves are going to fall straight down. It's because of the cancellation of the other two forces. Here we have neutral forces only. So here we go. There is no spinning, no whirlpool, no vortex, and the leaves are falling straight down.
We took around a bit.
There it is. Okay. You wanna give it a shot?
Heidi balancing an egg on a nail on the equator line. There's Cotopaxi in the background.
Mixed with all different things just to get a flavor. Very nice flower, color gray. Can you tell the difference? I just went. We call them baba.
Arabic tomatoes.
Herbs and things, so you can make.
Brown sugar. Different types of pasta.
Is it? Yeah, I've never got.
And then squeeze with this.
Yeah, the horse goes like a train.
Right now. Is hair always all the face, they're more feminine, and then you can see the llama, the nose.
Heidi at the hacienda. This is Mount Chimborazo, about 22,000 feet. An Incan house. Time for dinner. A local lady spinning alpaca wool. At Riobamba, taking the Chiba Express. Go on, Heidi, get in there and drive.
To the jungle looking for the gold and for looking for cinema. That's how they discovered the Amazon River.
Like the sharks.
So whenever you see different hats, definitely there are different communities.
Yeah, this woman here has a different one with the bubbles.
Look at the one with red and green, the other one is with oranges, well, pink.
Yeah.
It's not really fashion, it's more about identifying themselves where they come. Look at the one here with the two balls hanging on the
Yeah.
side.
Now's the time if you want to get one.
Reluctant pigs.
So every rope you see here is when you buy the animal you buy, is get the rope and then take him home. They do the business, but they...
Although today not much more than a tourist attraction, this was once one of the greatest railway journeys in the world. It passed through 87 kilometres of delta lands and then, in another 80 kilometres, climbed to 3,238 metres. The highest point, at 3,619 metres, was reached at Urbino. It then fell and rose again before reaching the Quito Plateau at 2,857 metres.
I don't know if you have heard about the concept of the religion of the sun, and also they introduced the language, the Quechua. Quechua is actually introduced from the Incas coming from the south, from Peru. The Cañaris took over the land. Different number of angles and fit perfectly into that wall. And that's what we're going to see as we get closer to the temple. Because you will see that it's a sandstone.
We've arrived in Cuenca and are staying at this hotel.
One of the problems. So they will be the false Catholics, so people that were actually Jewish. Then you can really tell. Or anything they want.
Look at the blackberry.
This is celebrating 50 years of a local Cuenca school. The cathedral. The Court of Justice. The old cathedral. An aerial view of Cuenca.
Do you smile?
Can you quit me?
It's time to leave Cuenca, and here is our plane that will take us to Guayaquil. Following our brief visit to Guayaquil, here is our plane that will take us off to the Galapagos. Here we are in Galapagos.
The Galapagos consists of 6 main islands: San Cristobal, Santa Cruz, Isabella, Florina, Santiago and Fernandina. There are also 12 smaller islands, as well as over 40 small islets. The Galapagos have never been connected to the continent. Gradually, over many hundreds of thousands of years, animals and plants from all over the sea somehow migrated there, and as time went by, they adapted themselves to Galapagos conditions and came to differ more and more from their continental ancestors. Thus, many of them are unique. A quarter of the species of shorefish, half the plants and almost all the reptiles are found nowhere else. In many cases, different forms have evolved on the different islands. Charles Darwin recognized this specification within the archipelago when he visited the Galapagos on the Beagle in 1835, and his observations played a substantial part in his formulation of the theory of evolution. Since no large land mammals reached the islands, reptiles were dominant, just as they had been all over the world in the very distant past. Another of the extraordinary features of the islands is the tameness of the animals. The islands were uninhabited when they were discovered in 1535, and the animals still lack instinctive fear of man. Only the 4 populated islands of San Cristobal, Santa Cruz, Isabella and Florinina can be visited independently. All the other islands can only be visited on cruises. Galapagos has been called the greatest wildlife show on Earth but it is neither a theme park nor an oceanside resort. On our visit to Galapagos, we visit the islands of Santa Cruz, Bartolome, St. James, Fernandina, North Seymour and San Cristobal.
A cactus and incense trees.
Guess which one is this, right? He comes to say good morning of the life of the male. Since these are not 4 or 5 years old. That's the time when the males are looking for the female attention. They don't get the female attention because the female is still watching the baby. So some males, they kill the new babies to get attention.
Heidi climbed this mountain today.
The cruise is aboard the Galapagos Explorer 2.
We travelled to and from the islands for our walks via these zodiacs.
Although there is wonderful wildlife viewing on land, there is plenty to see under the waves.
Lava tunnel in the highlands at Santa Cruz. Other countries. the highlands at Santa Cruz. When I think of Galapagos, I think of these giant tortoises.
The guavas marmalade.
This one is estimated to be about 80 years old. Yep, okay, that'll do.
By the sun rays, so they come here. Here they have the food, it's open, and here they have the heat. So they are, Ecuador.
Battery's dead. Oh god. Is it dead? Yep. What a time for that. You're fine.
He's not afraid of us.
It doesn't seem to be.
And it affects the incubation. They go to the driest areas of the island to lay their eggs. And once they finish, again, they come back here.
That's an amazing story, man.
It's time to leave Galapagos and return to Quito for our next adventure. This is Bululagua, and we're told it's the only inhabited crater in the world. It is now about 11 o'clock with the clouds rolling in, and we're told that after about 12 o'clock the clouds completely fill this valley, and that happens every day of the year. En route to Cotopaxi. Cotopaxi at 5,897 meters. The entrance to the Cotopaxi National Park. This is the stone-faced volcano, Ruminani.
We've travelled about 2/3 of the way up Cotopaxi and are at 4,500 metres, where it is very cold and very windy.
The lonely horse in the mountains. a tarantula on the road. Okay, thank you. Heidi crossing the river to the El Monte Lodge, wearing booties. A room with a view. A Dracula orchid. Another kind of orchid, I'm not sure which. A centipede. Another view from the room. This is the El Monte Lodge and our cabin for tonight. This is the El Monte Lodge, bar and restaurant.
We have now left Mindo and have moved on and are staying at this 17th century hacienda just a few kilometres north of Otavalo.
A collection of flowers in the garden. We reached the Otavalo market on Saturday. That is a seriously big cabbage. Various types of grains and beans. Freshwater snails, bit of lemon, bit of salt. Some more freshwater snails with a bit of lemon and a bit of salt. Bit of onion and coriander. Young chickens for sale at 10 cents a time. It's time to leave Quito for the moment and head off to the Sasha Lodge in the Amazon jungle. We arrive at Coca, and here is the Napo River. Quite big considering it's an awful long way from its estuary. And here's our little canoe that will take us down to the Sasha Lodge.
It takes about 1 3/4 hours. Even at this speed, to get to our drop-off point. This is the drop-off point. From here we have about a 2-kilometre walk along this pathway. And at the end of the pathway we get into this small boat which takes us across the lake to the lodge.
Our home for 7 nights.
The Napo River at dawn, on our way to the Parrot Lick.
This is a boa constrictor.
There's a boa.
We've returned to Sasha Lodge. Lake Pichicocha has a number of creeks running to and from it, and our guides, Julio and Victor, take us on boat rides to go and visit and explore the possibilities. In addition, there are a vast number of trails, visiting such places as the Canopy Walk and the Kapok Tower.
A Urania moth.
He's a nice little beast.
A view from the observation tower. This is the butterfly farm, Sasha Lodge. Owl's eye butterfly.
that?
The Amazon rainforest in the rain. Heidi making friends with the wildlife. Heidi, swimming amongst the piranha fish and the caimans. And now it's my turn. The caterpillar can give you a rather nasty bite. Julio, collecting fruit.
Espera, no le empujes.
Sadly,
This brings us to an end to our visit to Sasha Lodge, the Amazon jungle and Ecuador. So it's time to head back to Quito, get on the plane, back to Heathrow and go home. But I hope you've enjoyed this film. Bye bye.
Amasua, Amaluya, Amakeya, Amskipinalta.